What's up, guys? The HVAC Uncensored Podcast is brought to you by my friends over at True Tech Tools. If you guys are looking to buy quality tools at a quality price, check out my friends over at TrueTechTools.com. Guys, they sell everything you could ever want for this trade, HVAC. They're great people over there. They stand by their products. Their warranty stuff is amazing. They even go above and beyond the call of the manufacturers. So great place to do business. And then you can also build points. The more you buy stuff, you end up getting free stuff, things that are discounted. You cannot beat the way they do things. And another thing is, at checkout, use discount code Uncensored and save 8% on your order. All right. So True Tech Tools, quality people, essential tools. Remember, if you're trying to buy your tools, go check True Tech Tools out. Next is going to be my friends over at the Service Hero Academy. Guys, the Service Hero Academy has this thing out now called the Service Hero app. This thing is amazing. We use it at Beltway. All of our technicians have it. We do trainings based off of it. And this thing is like having a little guru right inside your pocket. It goes over everything you could possibly want. If you need motivation on a Monday morning because you're dragging ass from the weekend, it's there. You need to know how to deal with customer objections, it's there. Technical stuff, how to install a contactor, a hard start, it's there. I could go on and on. It is very, very good videos. They're very short. They're easy to consume. You can watch them over and over again. You get a certificate when you're done. It is good stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's gold. I think every technician out there should get this and invest in yourself. I do have a link, which I'll be able to give out soon. It's an affiliate link. I don't have it right now. And like I've said before, guys, I just want you to get this. I want you guys to get better. If you use my link in the podcast, make a couple bucks, great. If you don't, I don't care. I just want you guys to get it. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know how it's helped you, good, bad, whatever. But we use it every day and it's made our technicians better. I know that 100%. All right. But enough with that paying the bills. Let's get on to this fucking show. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless the United States, and thank you to all those men and women who defend it.
If you're trying to take your HVAC game to the next level, then buckle your seatbelt, crank up the volume, and try not to be offended. Because you're listening to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast with Gil Cavey and Kelly McKay. Now, here's Gil and Kelly.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. I hope you guys had a great fucking New Year's. Happy 2022. I am your host, Gil Cavey Jr. First show of the new year. You guys know I always take off for the holidays. Just a little time to reset, rewind, get everything in order. But I am ready to kick 2022 right in the fucking dick. I have a great show today, man. This is somebody who has been supposed to be on quite a few times. She got deboed by our owner not long ago, and took her spot. But I'm finally happy to have her on here. This is going to be my friend and a confidant at work. Me and her work together hand in hand every day to run the company. She's the GM, Miss Amanda Arbogast.
Hello.
What's up, girl? How are you?
Yeah, I got booted. Always getting booted.
Yeah, no, here, let me switch these so people can see us both.
I'm excited to finally be here.
Let me see. This thing didn't change. Her name is Ben.
I'm Ben today.
Yeah, thank God nobody's seeing the video right now. But Jesus Christ, this is the reason we didn't do this live, because I've been having a fucking nightmare over here. But yeah, we wanted to come on here and talk about, a lot of different things. But one of the things that, is important. Well, first of all, let me say that, Amanda's the backbone of Beltway. She's the one who runs the office and keeps us all in line. The financial stuff and stuff that I could never even imagine to do, and make sure that we all have insurance. She loves doing insurance, right, Amanda?
Oh, yeah, it's grand. It's grand. I love it. Makes me so happy.
Yeah, she just had to go through a bunch of stuff with our insurance, and it was a nightmare when people tell you, oh, you owe us thousands upon thousands of dollars. It's like, where the fuck did this come from?
Mm-hmm. It's always fun.
Yeah. But we wanted to talk, and we've tried to do a very good job at Beltway, and obviously you can always do things better as you go, but is the importance of the office communication with the technicians and, you know, how the office is run. And we saw mistakes. We had an issue today where it's like people not doing notes, and then it causes people like Amanda and the other girls in the office to do things twice. I mean, Amanda has been in this position, office manager, general manager at several different HVAC companies. I mean, in your past experience, how have you seen where that communication can like make or break just the flow of the day?
Yeah, when it's broken, it will break the company. 100%. It will break. And I feel like at Beltway, we really strive to make sure that communication is there between the techs. When a lot of people say, you know, at your job, it's like, oh, we're all family. We're all family. There's some places that, you know, I always say like, some people walk it and some people talk it, you know, we do it. Like we do it. We don't just talk about it. We do it, you know, making sure that relationship between the office and the technicians is excellent. And, you know, is there problems sometimes? Yeah. But I feel like we're all like brothers and sisters there. And that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know how it is some of those places when it's 4:30 at the end of the day and you get a call from the office and they don't want to answer the phone, or
they're like, I'm not answering this.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that kind of things happen. But one thing I'll tell you guys, if you're techs in the field, and we all know what we do out in the field and we know that it's hard, but I'm telling you right now, if you think what those girls do, or guys where you work, I don't want to make it a gender specific thing. What they do in the office is not hard. Take your happy ass and sit in the office one day in the middle of the summer and sit there and do it. I promise you that you will have a newfound respect for what they do in that office. And please know that it's all an integral part. Everybody has the different things to do, because I see some of the things that they have to deal with in the office, and I don't want to fucking do it. I'm not even going to lie. I wouldn't want to, and I'm in the office. You know what I mean? It sucks. It's a lot.
Yeah. I think it comes down to knowing that, respecting each other. You know, we know when it's summertime, you know, I got to call one of the techs and say, hey, got to get this call ran, you know, but he's already on his fourth call of the day. You know, it's 105 degrees outside right now. You know, it's an attic. Like, well, I wouldn't do that anyway, but you know, it comes in position. It's like, damn, I don't want to do this, because we know their job's hard, you know? So I think that equal respect is so important, and just understanding that we're all in this together, you know. Beltway's vision, you know, the mission statement. When one messes up, you know, the whole Beltway does, you know, not just that individual person. And we really strive for that. Like, if the office makes a mistake, it happens. You know, the technicians aren't always like, oh, why they do that? Or vice versa. The technician makes a mistake. We try not to, you know, point fingers. It's Beltway. Let's fix it. Let's just do what we need to do to fix it.
Yeah. Try to have those checks and balances in place to cover everybody. And just so you know, we have something real big on our wall, like she was just talking about, that we called MVP, where it's the mission, the vision, the promise. And that is one of the things that we have. It's funny, I actually just took let me see if I can find it, a picture of it not long ago, because yeah,
don't post the new one. Don't you don't have a picture of the new one, right?
Which one?
The reused one.
Oh, well, I had a picture so I could read it, not to show. We tried to relocate it, and there was a few wrinkles in it.
Yeah, Ryan
it still
was
looks
right.
good. Yeah, whatever. I don't think it looks that bad, and we can definitely get it fixed, to be honest with you. But what she was saying, what we have is ours is the promise. It says it's going to suck at times, but we embrace the suck. We are in this together. and it has an X and it says he or she messed up, and then a check, it says we messed up. And I'm not going to go through all of ours, but that is something that we do try to live by, and we preach. And there's times that we'll find ourselves doing something in the office or a technician doing something, and we'll refer to that board. It was actually funny that one of our technicians, Mo, did that one day in the office. He cited it 100% wrong, but he meant well. And the fact that he was even thinking about that board was great, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess it's funny having a woman on the podcast when, you know, in the Facebook group today. Yeah. Somebody making sexist comments. You guys are funny in the Facebook group.
Her ass out.
Yeah. Some of you guys in the Facebook group, man, you guys are fucking funny. I tell you, the guy, the comment's been deleted, but he made a comment saying that if why do women put women owned on the side? If I saw that, I wouldn't use the company. Hey, bro, that's 2022, man. Where the fuck have you been living?
I'm just saying too. I mean, I understand that standpoint. And I didn't get offended by it. I'm rude to his comment, obviously, for other reasons. But just like our conversation earlier, I mean, if I was a guy, I think I'd much rather a female show up than a guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just my opinion. But I think he sounded pretty crazy saying that. But
and to be honest, most of the women that I have met that are actually in the trade, like technicians, they're fucking rock stars. Like, they're awesome. Because you figure they're already, you know, stand out because of the fact they are a woman. You know, they probably feel like they have to work harder. So all the ones that I've met, they're fucking awesome. I would love to have any one of them. You guys have seen Coral Whale. I have Coral on the podcast.
Coral, like she's badass.
Yeah, Coral's a fucking killer. I mean, she would, you guys would try to open the door for her and she'd kick you in the nuts and slice your throat because that's the kind of chick she is. She's got that killer mentality. She makes more than all of you put together. And she was a fucking maintenance tech, but she got taught a system, did exactly what she was taught. And now look at her. So yeah, if you guys are threatened by women, I feel sorry for you. I mean, I don't know if your woman beat you at home or something, but you know, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I know we wanted to, I mean, there's only so much you can talk about that importance of, you know, the office communication, but I just wanted you guys to hear from the other side, and we're going to talk about several other things, but that communication, because I know we always get that. And that's another thing that we try not to have. Like I say, we're not perfect. It happens, but you don't have that, you know, text versus office, install versus service, you know, that kind of stuff. Cause I think that breeds a horrible culture. And it never needs to be me versus him versus me, or whatever. It should be us against the world. You know what I mean? We always say, when we look at the logo of Beltway, nobody is above Beltway. Me, her. I mean, obviously Ryan's the owner, but still he treats it the same way. Nobody is bigger than Beltway.
He still vacuums floors. He still vacuums.
He breaks the vacuum.
You haven't got him to do dishes yet, but yeah, he does break. He thinks it's a shop vac. We haven't got him to do dishes yet, but you know, we're getting there. Baby steps.
Yeah, I've been in hotel rooms with him that are covered in water bottles and shit everywhere, and then the office. But yeah, no, he
just kidding. We love you, Ryan, but God bless Rebecca's heart sometimes.
Yeah, she must clean up after him. Wait till this little baby comes and he's got to start changing shitty diapers. I'm gonna laugh.
I got 3 more hours. I guess the baby would come today. I'm praying for that for Rebecca's sake.
Yeah, if you guys,
I haven't got a text yet, so I don't think it's today. Tomorrow's our due date, so.
Yeah, no, he was texting me this morning and I didn't get any baby talk. So if you guys don't know, our good friend and owner of the company, Ryan Grimes, him and his lovely wife, Rebecca, are due to have a baby pretty much like any day. Like Amanda just said, the due date's tomorrow. So we are obviously happy for them. Overjoyed that they're having a baby. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I could not go not knowing what I was having.
Kudos to them. I think it's a girl.
Yeah, I give it to him. It's funny you say that because I have a feeling it's a girl too. And that's
I really think it's a girl.
I don't have all these little girls to play with if my kids actually show up to these fucking events.
Yeah, we gotta get everybody together.
Yeah, we do a lot of things with our company events. And, you know, when you see some of these companies out there and you really see some of the things they do on the outside, the parties and events they do, getting people together. It's really awesome. And I know everybody's, especially the end of last year, it was all culture. Everybody kind of oversaturated the word fucking culture. But I do think it's very important. And I love, and I've said this before, and I love what Miss Stacey Ford said. Culture can mean something different to every company. So we could all have a good culture, but nobody's going to have the same culture. You know what I mean? Because you have different people, different stuff. And we're getting a call.
Of course, your phone's always ringing. Mine, look, nothing.
We have an automated thing, which a lot of you guys, if you're using House, not to change the subject, if you're using House Call Pro and stuff, that we've been using the schedule engine, and a few complaints. I mean, we won't lie. I mean, I'm always honest with you guys, but other than that, I think it's been really good. She deals with it more than me. I mean, there's a few bumps, but overall it's been pretty good though, right?
Yeah, startup was a little rough, but I feel like that's with anything, but we're finally getting, into it and fixing the little, glitches, and things are going we're getting notifications now. So that's better. So baby steps. It's been very relieving. We wanted an on-call center, and we wanted the on-call center, and we could, did that anywhere. But with schedule engine, when Gil brought that to us, it was like, okay, this is a no-brainer. We can schedule right on the website, or they can call, the chat bubble, anything. Like, it's so easy to schedule, and not having to, have our office on call 24/7. That was a huge help. Yeah,
these poor girls were answering the phone, and I would help them, and it sucked. I mean, our phones would be ringing, and it's amazing how you guys, if you're owners or managers out there, how many stupid fucking phone calls come through. So me and Ryan went to Service World in Louisville, Kentucky. And that's where I met the people from Schedule Engine, and came back and brought it to the team, and blah, blah, blah. We ended up doing it. So you guys out there, that if you're those smaller guys that you don't have a call center yet, check out Schedule Engine. If you want, email me, hvacuncensored@gmail.com, and I can get you hooked up with Aiden from over there. He's a really, really awesome guy. But what it does, it's not just a call center. So if you have a website, they can put on your website for people to book calls right on there. And you can set up your parameters as far as when they can do it, the time frames, how many days out, how many calls you can take. But that really is the future for people being able to, book online. Most customers now,
a lot of time.
Yeah, they don't want to talk to somebody. They just want to book it and be done. And you have to at least have that option there for your customers. And for us, it's worked great. I'll go into something else that we just added as well. But the other thing is it's 24 hours. So they answer the phone for you at night. And they have a 24-hour chat where somebody can chat in, and there's people there that they're trained to answer these questions. It's not just a person who doesn't know what they're talking about. They can help answer these people's questions. And it's pretty good, especially for, I think, the value that it has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I quoted on a lot of different companies for on call, and it was pretty pricey. And if anybody knows me, I'm just like, Ryan and Gil are like, not even Gil, but Ryan's like, let's do this, and I'm like, no, we don't need that. Let's not spend that money, But when it came to Schedule Engine, I was like, man, that pricing's not bad at all. And for what it saved us in the long run, it was just, it was 100% worth it. And again, 24 hours a day. Very rarely in the daytime do we miss any phone calls. Like, that is just does not happen at Beltway at all. We don't miss phone calls. But if it gets to the point to where, phone lines are tied, we can't get to that call, it rolls the Schedule Engine too during the day. So it's like, it's a no-brainer for the cost. It really is.
Yeah. So, and I think they work with all the major, so House Call Pro, Service Titan, Service Fusion. I think there's a bunch of them they work with. I think the only one, obviously, they don't work with, which wouldn't make sense anyway, is going to be the new one, Sarah, only because I think they have something like that built in already. But other than that, I think it works with all the platforms. So if you people are interested, check that out. That's not a sponsor or discount code or nothing. It's just something we use that we've liked. The other thing that we just did that Amanda just said that we finally have up is through our website with the where people can buy systems now, right?
Yep. It is pretty dope, man. I checked it up right before we actually got on here. You can actually like see the reporting of how many times people have actually came to the site, and with scheduling, it's not only just scheduling an estimate, but you're getting an estimate right there in the forefront. So like the way I have it set up is you can go on there and say, I want to quote for my, to replace my HVAC system in my house. And you have small, medium, or large sizing house. And then it goes to the next step of like where your indoor unit's located, because we know that's like crucial. And then it gives you like pricing options on, about what it would be per month financed. And then the next step is you schedule a consultation, and it's scheduled, built right in. I mean, it is, I'm really excited for that. I really am. And just to seeing the statistics of like, I mean, it breaks down like what step they got to, seeing the statistics of how many times people are coming to our page and clicking that and filling out the information. I mean, it's really, really cool. I recommend that. I really do. Like, I mean, it's a no-brainer again.
Yeah. And I get some people were fighting it, and they were like, oh, it's going to take the salesman's job, and, guys are going to lose commissions and yada, yada, yada. No, I don't think that is going to happen. Let me switch back to this. Because the whole point of this is we're still going to go out and finalize it, take our measurements, make sure they pick the correct system, talk to them about their purchase. So a salesman is still going to have to go out and, close it. I mean, if they buy it 100%, then great. But somebody still has to go out. But guys, whenever you can get people nowadays, they do not want to fucking talk to you. They don't want to see you. And the more that they can do in the confines of their own home on their computer, the better. That's what they want. Not saying that that's me or I like it that way, but statistics prove it. That's what customers want. And like me and Amanda talked about it one day, and I was telling her, the days, and where I first heard this, to be honest, I pay homage to him, is to Mr. Ken Goodrich from Ghetto. One of the smartest minds in this fucking industry is where our trade is going, which my sons, I don't have haircut problems because I don't have hair, but I booked my kids a haircut appointment through the Google Home. I was like, hey, Alexa, book appointment for Great Clips. And I said the street, and then it popped up and said this store at blah, blah, blah. And I said, yes. And I said, book me an appointment. It told me the available appointments, and I booked it. I never pressed a button. I literally talked to the little speaker. That's what's going to happen with us.
Yeah. Next step. We're jumping ahead of that next step.
Yeah. And and when you run a business or a company, you have to stay right at that line or ahead of it. Yeah. Because you don't want technology or something to come out and then everybody else is doing it and you're just finding out because you're going to get left in the past. That's how things are going to happen. So that's where some of these groups come in, when you hear something, and maybe some of it's bullshit. Obviously don't believe everything you hear, but a lot of things pop out. There's a lot of things that we've heard about because of some of these different groups that we're in. And it's like, damn, that sounds pretty neat. Or these conventions we go to, AHR. I mean, if people haven't got their tickets now, I doubt that you're going to be able to go. But the AHR Expo, one of the biggest expos there is for this industry, Las Vegas, January 31st to February 2nd, the end of this month. I will be there. It's going to be an awesome time, but things like that, you get to see these stands and see these different things that come out, and it's huge. You'd be amazing. Some of the things that you didn't even know existed. Like, we don't need it because we already kind of have something, but I meant to tell you it was while, she's a COVID survivor, just so you know, she lived through it. She got built a brand new office and can't even come in to fucking enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. I'll be in on Tuesday, though. I'll be in on Tuesday.
Nice. The office does look good, though.
Does it?
I still think you should take those cabinets out, but just...
I love it, though. I don't want to. Ryan will be happy to have his office. Funny story, guys. So, we're in this, complex, and, there's, this office next to us. And again, back to, me. I'm like, no, we don't need that. We don't need to spend that money, and... Ryan wanted to expand the office. I'm like, we have so much room in our office. Let's just add it and let's build it. And Ryan was like, no. Well, he went on vacation, and I was like, I'm going to Ryan's office. That's what's going to happen. I was doing the Service Hero business training. So I was like, let me just go in my space. Let me go in just Ryan's office. And he came back and he didn't have office no more. And then guess what? What happened, Gil? Just a couple days later, my office was getting built.
And let's make sure everybody knows when we say that she moved into his office, she moved into his office. I mean, she had his shit packed up in boxes. Like it was funny. And Ryan was like, "Where the fuck's all my shit at?" I'm like, "It's over there, and there's boxes." So, yeah, it was funny as hell. Ryan. Yeah, he knows that. We have
fun at the office, man. You know, we really do.
Yeah, we do have a good time. Going to work every day is fun.
It is.
Yeah, and now she's going to be in office right in front of me. Before it was like bang on the wall. She was right here. Now it's going to be straight ahead. But it's also because we're expanding and we're getting bigger and people taking on new roles, doing different things. And it's good. It's definitely good. Now we're trying to make sure that 2022 is, the projections and goals for what we want to do. We've been getting really into all excited, that. Man. Yeah. Once we all get into the office at the same time. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, I can't wait to get in the office. I talked to Destiny the other day. We're all remote right now just because, Gil has been going to his office, but me and Destiny have been working from home the past week, which, I mean, we know how to do it. We started out that way, working remote, and my first year at Beltway, it was 100% remote. So it wasn't nothing new to us, but we've been remote. And I talked to Destiny last night and she's like, "I cannot wait to be back in the office. I can't wait." And I'm like, I know. I know it sounds crazy, but who doesn't want to work from home? It's great sometimes. Sometimes it's great, but I mean, I love being in the office. I love being around everybody. I'm ready to get back for sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was weird by myself. Obviously Ryan came in a few days, so it was good. But before that, it was weird just sitting in there. Like all the sounds were louder than normal. Like the closet people next to us, they always throwing stuff in the dumpster and it's always loud and you hear it. But when the hustle and bustle of the office is going on, it's just kind of like a bink. Well, when you're by yourself and everything's quiet, it sounds like somebody's trying to break in through the side. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Oh yeah. I got to tell Des a secret. I was in the office by myself one day and I was starving. So I ate her peanut butter crackers that were in her pencil cup.
We're always eating everybody's food. So we have this, we have a little kitchen and Ryan's got all this healthy food in there. It's like bombarding the cabins. We don't touch any of that. It's gross, very gross. We don't touch any of that. But we'll do grocery runs. I don't think any of us have done grocery runs in a while. So we're probably sitting on some pretty old food right now, but we're not hungry with it. Whose are these? I'm just eating them. I'm eating them. Gil's always got orange soda on the fridge, always, mandatory. You will always find an orange soda on the fridge, and there's times where I'm so busy, I don't have time to run up to the store to grab soda, And I always have something "Can I have your orange soda, please?" I keep saying I'm gonna buy him new ones. I don't think I've bought him one orange soda yet, though.
It's fine. I don't care, man. We're always, it's the atmosphere. We buy each other lunch, stuff like that. If we buy something to bring it in there, I don't care because I know that they would do the same thing for me, different food and stuff like that. Because we ordered out a lot, but that shit gets expensive. And
I know I have not ordered out since being home again, working from home. Man, I want to get back in the office and have eat out for lunch. My kids are home with me, so I'm like, man, I can't DoorDash, and then having COVID, I can't DoorDash nothing because my kids are running out of the sun. No, I just want to eat in peace. Put me back in the office.
That's funny. Yeah, when she was saying earlier, so when Amanda was out, when she was at the Rhino Traction event, when you were in North Carolina?
Yeah, South Carolina.
South Carolina. So that's when we bought a new. Ryan was like, "Well, Amanda's gone. Give me a new fucking printer." So we bought a new printer and some other stuff because we had to make sure we got it while Amanda was gone because Ryan told her 8 months ago, yeah, go ahead, buy a new printer. And she's yeah, no, I don't want to spend that money. I'm not doing it. So we had to do it while she was gone.
Yeah, that's funny too, because they needed to have it set up to the bank to where if any purchases drawn over a certain amount, I have to get notification of it and I have to send the approval code. So Destiny calls me and she's like, can you send me the code that was sent to your phone? I'm like, what's this for? And Ryan's in the background. I'm like, I approved it. She's getting a printer. Give her the code. That's pretty good though. I'm pretty stoked about that. But
yeah, that thing is badass.
Yeah, I don't like spending money. It's not even my money, but I do not like spending the money. Nope, we don't need that right now. It's not a priority. It is though, but I'm a cheapskate.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but I mean, we got to have that to a point. We just got to make sure that we spend it and it's worth it though.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of where, shit, I had a brain fart of where I was going to go with that. So I really can't wait for us to be able to get back in. So I guess let's give people a day and behind the scenes. So the way we always break this down is we don't really go by titles. So technically Amanda is the GM and my title is the COO, the Chief Operations Manager. But when me and Ryan were talking, the breakdown was really, really the breakdown is it would be Ryan is the president and CEO. I would be the vice president of operations. Amanda would be the vice president of finance, so me and her, what we do hand in hand is how we run the company. Then obviously the other help that we have in the office with, like she has mentioned, Jesus Christ, Destiny.
Okay.
Yeah. Which in the office, Destiny is like my memory. So I'm the fucking old man in the office and
Me too.
she's the one she's always there to remind me like, yeah, hey, Gil, did you do this? I was like, no, I didn't. Thanks. I'm going to go do that right now.
I love her, man.
Yeah.
I can't even say that enough. She's taken my role as office manager. And I'm telling you, when she started, it was like, I mean, this girl's only been at HVAC, a year and a half. And I'm telling you, what took me 8 years to learn, she knows now. Like she is just a rock star is an understatement. I do not know what I would do without her. Again, back into work. I'm like, I want sushi. I literally texted her, was like, I want sushi. And she's like, me too. And I'm like, it would be great if I could order it myself right now. I don't even know what I eat. Like literally. You always order, because I never liked sushi before. Like when I say this girl is my right hand, I mean, I don't take, like, that's an understatement. Seriously. Like, I don't know what I do without her.
Yeah, no, I agree. She is definitely a rock star. She's a good girl. She's, amazing at what she does. There's nothing that I've asked her to do. She does things sometimes I don't even ask her to do it. It's just like, oh, hey, Gil, I got that done. I was like, awesome. Like, thank you. I
remember when she first started, she was like, I don't know. Like, she was iffy on like this industry and stuff. And then it was like, she just started rolling out. She started selling systems over the phone. And that's something that girl can sell her ass off over the phone, man. She really can for how long she's been in this. I mean, she's a rock star. Truly.
Yes, that she is. If I was going to say, but see, that's the thing when we always say, man, like whether it's office, installers, service techs, helpers, when you find good people, you need to take care of them. We always say that good people are hard to find. Yes, they are. So when you find them, you need to take care of them. So that they know their opportunity is with you and they have no reason to want to leave. We just gave her a big, hefty raise. And to be honest, she deserves every fucking dime of it. She really, really does because of what she does. She's one of those invaluable pieces that maybe she's not the name that everybody hears on the outside, but all of us there know that she's in the background making these pieces fit. And without her, they wouldn't be going where they're supposed to go.
100%. It's funny. I always say, I'm like, if anybody knows me, I take my job very, very seriously. My phone's actually ringing, Gil. Getting another call in. Destiny's on it right now. Okay, back to Destiny. Destiny's on it right now, though. Destiny is just like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I've always been like, never want to leave work. I'm a workaholic. Like, I'm like, no, I need to be there. I need to be there. I need to be there. And I'm always 100% comfortable knowing, like, if you're there and Destiny's there, everything's going to be good. I had this conversation with Ryan the other day. Like, Destiny can hold shit down. She really, really can. And I never used to be comfortable like that. My role was always office manager, which is always like trying to direct everything to be, happening. But Destiny's took that over and she kills it, man. She really, really does. I'm not scared to leave work anymore.
Yeah. So that's what you guys need to know, that, if you're out there and you're a manager, or you're running a company, you're the owner, yeah, you need awesome techs, but you also need people to fill those roles inside the office. The importance of the office, those people who answer the phones, that the payroll, scheduling and stuff like that, how important those roles are. And that's why we keep bringing up the person Destiny we're talking about, because what she's done and how valuable she's become. And now she's been able to work her way up at this company. So make sure you guys are looking for those roles. I know a lot of people, it's always, we have one person who's like a manager, and then the other people you just kind of keep like high school kids or something like that. And not saying that won't work and they can't grow into something, but when you find a person that is worth that risk to take, make sure you take that risk on the person who's worth it, is pretty much what I'm saying.
I always say the personality is what I hire. I don't care about the knowledge, because you can grow that. Destiny worked at a restaurant before she came to Beltway. Look at her now, a year and a half in.
Yeah.
I always say the personality. My two things are their personality and can I trust them? I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I look at. I don't care about your knowledge. And I kind of feel like you and Ryan feel the same exact way. Ryan's really big on it. If he likes somebody, he's hiring them. He doesn't care about knowledge, because everything's teachable. And you and Ryan are great teachers. Look at Steve, man. Steve is killing it, from where he was at, because he's had great leaders like you and Ryan to guide him through, So again, personality and trust is my number one thing. And I feel like it's your guys too.
100%. Because like we always say, you can't teach somebody to be a good person. If they're a shitbag, you can't teach them to not be a shitbag. Yep. We can teach them what we do. And Steve is a good one. And the other one is Hayden.
Oh yeah.
So just so you know, like,
yeah. I'm like, he's taking the reins. Like, go ahead, Hayden. Okay.
Yeah. So, guy, this is a high school kid. He's a senior. He goes to school with my fucking son. He's a year older. And when he first came to us, I was like, he's a nice kid. Don't get me wrong. He's always been a nice kid. That's never changed. But it was just like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if this kid's got it. And he has done a complete 180, and this kid has become a valuable piece of something that when we build and we're thinking about 2022, 2023, and thinking about the future, that you can put him in that plan because of what this kid's grown into. Everybody who's any technician who's taken him as a helper always wants him. They would ask for him. Yeah. Hey, can I get Hayden? He runs the duct cleaning crew. He ran out with a guy the other day who is a technician, but he hasn't been on his own 100% yet. And these two went out together, and Hayden was like taking the fucking reins. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's another one, man. It's amazing when sometimes the ones you don't think are going to be something become something. That's great. Yeah.
Again, do you trust them, and how's their personality? You can teach them anything. And again, you and Ryan just really strive with that, man. Just showing the guys the systems and making it work. And kudos to Service Hero as well for what they do. That guides them as well. It's taught all of our technicians a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there was somebody, it was in the Facebook group. Somebody made a post and they were talking about sales, and they were saying, sales is all about honesty. And, and then there was another one where some guy was like, what did he say? He showed his screen from Service Titan where he had sold $1 million in the last month. Yeah. And people were like, oh, the only way to do that is to, rip people off with heat exchangers and stuff like that. And I want you guys, and I'll let Amanda tell you, because she knows the system that we do. And is sales about honesty? Yes, it is. You do need to be honest. We don't promote any of our guys going out there and lying to customers. We won't stand for that. We will refund customers money if we feel like we have to. We will not stand for that. But yes, sales is about honesty, but it's about having a process in place. You want to go out there and be thorough, do a good job every time. And it sounds easy when you say that. People are like, oh yeah, I do that. Do you? Do you do the same thing on every single call? Do you say it the same way? No, you don't, because it's harder than you think it is. So we have a process that we've helped, learn from, Victor and the guys over at the Service Hero Academy, from me and Ryan going out to do trainings, Amanda doing their business boot camp, going out to Rhino Traction and learning different things, our technicians, going out to California and doing stuff, and putting these things in place. And it's a night and day difference. So all you guys out there that are like, I'm not a selling tech, I don't do this, I don't do that, I really think you guys need to open your eyes. So there are guys out there that lie about cracked heat exchangers and poke holes and stuff. Yeah, I know one who lives in Glen Burnie. But sorry, I was below the belt. But fuck him. But yeah, are guys out there doing that? Yes, of course they. I don't know why I keep looking over the screen. Yes, they do. But that's not what the majority of them do. And I think so many of you guys out there, like I always say, you have this mind fuck or this ignorant view of it because you don't know.
Yeah. I've heard that so many times. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson with technicians. I'm like, and if you look at Service Hero's process, if you looked at Victor's process, it is literally like you're not selling something that doesn't need to be done. Victor's process shows you how to look for what you need to find to sell something. It's not you selling something that doesn't need to be done. It's what do you look at? Like what needs to be looked at, and I mean, I forget what the percentage is, but majority heat exchangers are usually cracked. You just have to find it, and that it's there. It's, you're not missing. It's there. It's there. There's other things too, and that's all Victor's process shows, and I've heard several times, I'm not a salesperson. It's not about being a salesperson. I say it's about being a good technician, and you're thoroughly looking over that system. You're finding any issues that could be an issue.
Yeah. We want our guys to do less calls and they make more revenue. So rather than you guys out there running in the summertime, running 10 calls in a fucking day and, you're getting $300 ticket average and you run 4 calls and you got a $3,000 ticket average, you're happier because you didn't bust your balls. You didn't work till fucking midnight. You made more revenue. Your company's happy. Guys, that's not the unicorn. You're not chasing something that doesn't exist because it does exist. I just think too many of you don't believe it. Yeah. It's when we went to Victor's training, and I told Victor this, he knows, I thought we were going to go out there and learn some shady bullshit. I really did. I was shocked. That is not what we learned at all. And I challenge any of you that if you think that's what's going on at some of these things, put your money where your mouth is. Take one of these classes. Like, to be honest, people talk shit about Gene Slade, and you can say what you want about him personally. Speaking of Gene, he's going to be the guest on podcast next week. So, but I say this, people can say what they want about him personally, but the guy is good at what he does. He's damn good at what he does. He's one of the better ones in the industry. So you don't have to like these people personally or go out and drink beers with them, but you can't deny what they do works, and it's proven and it's good stuff. That's just 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like anybody who gets on the just on the app itself for Victor's training, man, is like, I mean, it can do a lot with a technician, man. It can burn them real quick. I mean, it's done wonders for us, for sure.
Yeah.
We've had a couple technicians, Mo's went out. We've had a couple technicians that went to California. But, I mean, even just the app itself, man, it's done wonders.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I mean, I won't get into that technical stuff. I can do that on another show or a live show when I can actually interact with you guys. But you guys that go out and change a capacitor and leave, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping the customer, and you damn sure aren't helping your company. So, I mean, that's just the truth. Guys, we're in this business to make money. That's just the way it works. But you have to do it honestly, and you can make money being honest and being good to your customers. When I was a technician, I had that oh fuck moment when, I used to go out, change the capacitor, want to keep the ticket real low and leave. And I thought I was making the customer happy until all of a sudden I started doing process like this. And I started leaving with, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 or, $16,000, $17,000, $20,000 systems. And the customer fucking loves me. I'm leaving and they're like, thank you so much, Gil. They gave me a 5-star review. My boss is happy. I just made some commission money. And I'm like, fuck, why the fuck have I been doing this the whole time? And I didn't do anything wrong. That's what a lot of you just really, really need to see. And once you have that moment, you're going to be like, fuck, I wish I did this a long time ago. I promise you. Guys, you can make a shitload of money in this field as a technician. You guys, if you're making $50,000 a year and you think, oh, this is what we do because I'm just a blue collar guy, you're a fucking missing the boat, man. There's technicians out here making $100, $150, $200,000 a year all day, every fucking day. I promise you. Chris, we have Mo. We have one here.
Ooh, look at Mo. Mo is a rock star.
Yeah, we see Mo's checks. This motherfucker, man. We're ready to start divvying up his paychecks. But Mo's earned it. And to be honest, I'm going to get Mo on the podcast here soon and let you guys meet him. Mo's like my little brother, my son. I've been mentoring him for 5-6 years now. When I found him, he was wet behind the ears, and now he's turned into an absolute fucking amazing technician and a fucking killer out there. Customers fucking love him. So yeah, it just shows you how being taught and how that works. So we say this, and the main reason that I, brought Amanda on is so you guys see how we, just the interactions and the different things that we have, that we do at Beltway. And we know that Beltway is, not perfect, and we're constantly trying to get better. But I think we've created a great a great atmosphere for wanting to go to work, and people, the techs love it coming in. I mean, we play spike ball, which I can't play now because I'm old and my fucking knees all busted up.
I don't know why you play that anyway. Ryan loves that game, man. Ryan is like spike ball addict, man. I can't. We have cornhole boards too. That's my kind of game. Cornhole, like that's spike ball. I'm like, no one's filing any claims on this, okay? Like, if anyone wants to sell you or off clock, you're not clocked in. Like, and Ryan's always like, company fun days, like, no, we're gonna pay him. Like, not today, buddy. Not today.
It is fun though. I didn't know anything about the fucking game, to be honest, until Ryan. When he first said, let's play spike ball, I was like, what the fuck is spike ball? It is a good time. But I told him, now that I'm hurt, I'm going to retire, because the last time I played, I beat Ryan 4 games to nothing. So I said, I'm just going to go out on top, call it a day.
Yeah.
That was me and Big Rob beat him and Spiker. Riker. Yeah, beat them too. So I'm gonna.
Ryan's so competitive with it. Ryan is like real competitive with spike ball. Yes, he is really into it. Yeah, but we try and have. I mean, that was like, what was that? 2 weeks ago we had the last event. But we try and have, like, me and Ryan we talked the other day about doing go-kart and bowling. It's on the next list of things to do. We try and do one watch like each quarter.
Yeah.
Or so. Try to do something fun. And I mean, it is fun. It's a lot of fun. Last time we did Dave & Buster's, and we did, what was that place called? The steakhouse.
Fogo de Chao.
Yeah. Fogo de Chao. When Ryan told me, he was like, I want to have scheduled lunch for everybody at Fogo. And I'm like, what? Fogo? Like, okay. Let's do it.
Let's just say that this fucking lunch was expensive as holy hell, but it was a good time. And dude, and that's why, and Ryan knows, that is why we love Ryan, man, because this guy could be taking so much more money than he does. Me and Amanda always say it, but I don't know what the fuck I keep looking over here. But he doesn't, he puts it back into the company. And I'm not saying that he's hurting for anything, but he could be taking more money and being selfish and putting it in his pocket. And he doesn't do that. He puts it back into the company. If these guys ever ask, for anything, he gives it to them, including us. Ryan just fucking helped me out because of a personal situation. He'll give you the shirt off his back. He really will.
Yeah, literally. I would say that a lot of owners, again, they talk it. Ryan walks it, man. Like, he really, really does. He truly cares about this company. He truly does. And he cares about everybody here. And, there's a big thing, like, everyone says, like, who I work with, it's my family. I really feel like that's a Beltway, though. Like, all the technicians there, I think of them like, that's my brothers, man. Like, Gil, I mess with him and Ryan all the time. I would tell them, Gil and Ryan are the brothers never wanted. I'm just kidding. I love them. I really do. I really do. No. But, I really feel like we are all family there, and Ryan is like the dad of all of it. Like, and he's there. He really is like, he would take the shirt off his back for anybody. And I see Rebecca too, that, Rebecca, she's not a lot in the day in at Beltway, but she's does a lot with Beltway. And, we love her and Ryan, man. We really do. And respect and appreciate everything they do, for sure.
Yeah. And I know that Ryan used to always be, nervous because he was a younger guy. But God damn it, for being a 27-year-old guy that's out there, he's 27 now or 28?
27, because we're the same age.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought he was 27. I know I'm a lot older than him. That's what I know. But I have nothing but respect for what he's done. And he, the way he carries himself, the way he does things, and this isn't like a Ryan dick sucking contest. It's just being honest though, and these are things that I've told him to his face. I've been in the industry for quite a while, and I've had some accomplishments in my career, but that doesn't mean anything. And Ryan is a tough person to read. He's got a very good poker face, but. And there's sometimes that he annoys the fuck out of me, and I want to be like, man, what the fuck? But you know what? I love how he pushes me. He pushes us to be better. Yeah. He makes us uncomfortable and makes us keep getting better. And I fucking love him for that. There's plenty of times where I'm just like, man, what the fuck is he doing? I'll text her and be like, what the fuck's he talking about, man? But then when
the books, for example, oh my gosh, I'm not a reader. Okay. And I can't even listen because I just can't get my mind into it. And
I'm a cat in the hat person.
Exactly. For real. Me too. And Ryan gives us these books to read. We're like, okay, me and Gil were joking one time. We're like, how about you read half and I'll read the other half, and then we'll just talk about it until we come to the meeting. And there was a book, it was on a personal level too. I'm the type of person, I don't know how to say no. I'm going to help everybody I can. And Ryan knew that. And he's like, it's bad for you. You got to learn how to say no. And he got me to read The Best Yes. And I did. And it's really helped me, not only in my career, but, in my day-to-day life, and so again, pushing us, he does that, and he knows where to push us and how hard to push us to where we're not going to fall over, but be like, damn, I don't want to do this. But, obviously we do, but I don't know. He definitely knows how to push in the right way though.
Yeah. And I love him for that because, we all guys, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing, and there's no such thing as staying in the same place. You're either going backwards or you're getting better. And it's that simple. And none of us like being uncomfortable, but that's where you really hit that growth. But they know, I was a people person. I'm good with the communication and talking to the guys, and, the computer stuff wasn't necessarily my thing, the, Excel sheets and stuff like that and Microsoft Word. But Ryan's been forcing me to learn it, which I should know it. And it's, obviously, Microsoft Word, I actually was pretty easy, but pushing me to learn that it's good stuff. It's pushing me to be better, whether I need to use it every day or once a month, it doesn't matter. I still need to know that and grow and do different things. So yeah, that's awesome.
I know you've been killing that for sure.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was, motherfucker thought I cheated. He got me to remake something. You son of a bitch.
Sometimes I feel like I'm in the middle, and you have Gil over this side, and then you have Ryan over this side. I'm right in the middle. He calls me, and he's like, I worked so hard, on this thing. And he thought I copied and pasted it. And I'm like, no, you did good. You did good. I'm sure you did good. Okay.
Yeah, I knew that he wanted me to do it, so I was literally trying to make him proud. I was like, you know what? I want to fucking knock this out of the park so that he knows that, I can do this. And I literally because I can type. I'm not a slow typer or nothing. And I did it, and I thought I did a pretty good job. And he's like, well, why don't you try another one so you can't copy and paste it? And I was like, you motherfucker. you gotta be kidding me. But that's fine. When I did the other ones and I recreated them, that's just, that's a little motivation for me to do it.
More.
So, but it's all fun.
Office management for what? I'm going on 9 years, okay, in HVAC, and I don't know how I got that far. But when I first started at Beltway, Ryan was like, you need to take an Excel class. You need to take an Excel class. And I took the Excel class. Again, him pushing us, and I did it. And I learned a lot from it. But I was almost for 8 years without knowing the full, what Excel does. And I was always a Google person, Google Sheets, which again, like I told you, Gil, Sheets and Excel kind of works the same way to a certain extent. But like, getting into that, I was like, wow, but I was 8 years into that of office management and not knowing that, So, and Ryan pushed me. I can honestly say, again, almost 9 years of doing this, I've learned more in the past 2 years at Beltway than I have prior to that. And I've been in this for a long time, but Beltway has really brought a lot out of me. Back to our MVP,
Yeah.
It's definitely, Beltway's brought a whole new to me.
I agree. Same with me. I mean, I've been in this trade almost 20 something years. Obviously, most of it was in the field. I've been into the management role, office role for, on and off like the last 6 years, but I've learned more about the office and how to really be in the office here at Beltway than I've ever learned. Because my crutch used to be, at the last place I worked was always just go back in the field. Oh, I got to go out and do this. I got to go out and do that. So it's been pushed to actually learn and get better at those kind of things. And it's good. And that's the kind of environment that's the kind of place you want to work when everybody everybody has your back, but they're also pushing you to be better. Nobody's going to sugarcoat it. If I do something that's not right, Amanda's going to be like, well, we got to do better than that. We would do that for each other.
Criticize is so good because we know, I know if you come to me and say, you can do this better. I know if you come to me and say, Amanda, you could probably do this better. But you're not going to forget all the good stuff I did. Same thing, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like not even from Ryan, I feel like all of us, we just push each other to be better. You put me, Ryan, you together and, mix it all up. It's like the perfect management right there, So learning off of each other too.
Yeah. I mean, and we're still trying to mix, our team. We've had some pieces that, we've learned, where you have one of those people they're a very good technician and you kind of feel like you're held hostage and, you keep them. And then that person leaves and it's like, okay. So some things are growing pains, the fact that last year we grew 260%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's, Beltway has grown, a lot. And, also those people problems as far as so for us, what we try to do is, like we said earlier, it's about the personality. It's about the person, not necessarily the knowledge. We do things different and not everybody gets to have this opportunity. I hate to say it that way, but they don't. But the ones that are here, they're going to love coming to work every day. They're going to be part of the Beltway family and they're going to be here forever because that's the way that we're trying to create this, the way Ryan has built it and we're keeping it going. So, yeah. So it's, I don't know. It's been good. It's definitely awesome. Like I said, it's like any job, things get, frustrating. Now we won't sit here and say that every day is fucking sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, no, it's not peaches and cream. We make the best out of it. And I just feel like at the end of the day, I've been doing this for a while ago. I know you have been too. And it's like, I don't know if you're in a position where it's like, man, I'm done with this. How many times did I hate HVAC? Let's be real. I can't tell you how many times I've said that shit, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else except Beltway right now. For real. Everyone's a family, man.
Yeah. And you guys, if you work for a place that doesn't treat you like they don't, honestly, don't treat you good and they don't have a good culture or atmosphere,
you don't belong there.
There are places out there that do have it. I promise you, there's a company, if not many, in your area that have an awesome culture. They're run by amazing people and that you would love going to work every day. You just have to find it. And I know that because us going to these different classes, whether it's me, Ryan, Amanda, whatever, meeting different business owners and managers, all kind of different stuff. We've met some of them. You see them in the Facebook group, how they run their company and the things they do. And that just shows you that there's more places like this than you think so. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, I hope that I'm going to end this soon. It's getting late. We started a little late, but I hope all of you are starting off 2022 on the right foot. Please set your goals for yourself that you're trying to commit. Like I said, don't wander in this industry aimlessly. Like, have an end game of what you're trying to do, whether it's a long-term goal, a short-term goal, whatever it is. Set goals for yourself, even if it's like be better at heat pumps, make this much in commissions, or whatever the goal is for you personally. Just make sure you're setting that for yourself. And obviously, if I can ever help any of you, you guys know how to get in touch with me, HVACuncensored@gmail.com. In the next couple of months, the new website and stuff will be out. It'll be a website and a merch store. So a lot of you guys that want to get merch, that's the only place to get official HVAC Uncensored merch, not these goofy fucking Indian dudes that are trying to sell shit inside my Facebook group.
Tonight I removed. It is getting outrageous on there. Everyone's trying to sell HVAC Uncensored shirts. They're not part of HVAC Uncensored.
Yeah, and I'm only doing the merch stuff. Like, I don't want to be a clothing salesman. I'm only doing it because so many people ask for it. And the way this works is it's there if you guys want it. And then they make it as you need it. Because the last time I spent all that money and I turned into a fucking clothing store, and I think I gave more shit away than I actually sold. No, I can't say that. I sold a lot of it. It sold fast, so that was cool. But I have to ship it, pack it, all that kind of stuff, and I don't have time to do all that shit. So it's gonna be there. But all right, I guess I will start closing this out. Thank you, girl, so much for coming on here. I'm glad you finally came, and we'll get you to. Yeah, we'll get you to come back on again. So obviously, guys, like I said, I'm glad to have her on. Like, me and her really, she is, how she said, the girl Destiny is her right hand, which she's mine too. Well, then Amanda will be my left hand. So when we do things throughout the day, like, I couldn't be able to get done what I do without Amanda. So we always have to feed off each other as far as the way we work. What one of us is doing affects what the other person is doing, and vice versa. So being able to have that friendship that we've been able to form over the little over a year that I've been here has been amazing and benefit for Beltway as a whole. It was obviously when you start in the beginning and you're getting to know somebody at the same time building a work relationship. And now that's not even a second thought, whether it's I got to talk to her about work or a personal thing or whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because we've grown into that role in that position, and the friendship has grown with it. So I appreciate you, girl.
Right back at you, man.
Well, alrighty. Let me start closing this out. I know you got some kiddos to get back to. The whole household was getting over the vid.
It's been grand.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Today's the last day, thank God.
Yeah, her poor little baby got it. So then she was doomed after that. I mean, how's a parent not going to be? Although I don't know, the way my daughter's been acting lately, I'm going to lock them in a room if they get COVID. And I'll just
I may or may not have thought of that for a second.
Put you to the door, like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, thank all you guys, man. I appreciate each and every one of you listening to the podcast. I hope you guys had a great holiday season with your family. I will be at AHR Expo in Las Vegas at the end of this month. If you guys are going, great. Please let me know. I would love to meet up with one of you at one of the events, or we'll probably set up a meet one night somewhere so I can meet everybody. Or you can come to the podcast pavilion. You guys can look it up and see all my times of when I'll be podcasting live. I love to meet you guys out, have a beer, whatever, coffee, whatever it is that you drink. I would love to meet up with you guys. It's always a good time. The January 30th, the night before, there's the HVAC Tactical Award Show. I will be there giving an award out. I know all the tickets, the live tickets are sold out, but I know they're selling streaming so you can watch it. It's the first of its kind. Guys, most of the award shows are always for salesmen, how much they sold. They sold $7-8 million in a year. This is for technicians, awards for technicians. People got nominated. You could nominate people. I'm pretty sure that that's done with because it's so close. But go on there and do that. Support it. It's awesome. I want to help be a part of this and help it grow so that all these techs out there that are doing the right things are getting rewarded for the stuff they're doing. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, guys, remember, always be safe out there. Always make it home the same way you left. We all got somebody to go home to. Do the little things. Do the stuff that the next guy's not doing. We preach that at Beltway. That's what we want our team to do, to be thorough, to do what the next company's not doing. If this company made that customer unhappy, well, we're going to come out and do all the stuff that company didn't do. All right. So do those little things. I promise you. Keep downloading the podcast on all the major podcast platforms. The video podcasts are going to start being out after next week. So not next week when you're hearing this. The week after that will start being on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I might bang out a few random live streams every now and then. Really trying to get things going here for the new year. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I couldn't do this without you guys. And until then, I will talk at you mofos next time. All right. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or email us anytime at hvacuncensored@gmail.com. Now, get back to work. Shut this down. The views and opinions shared on the HVAC Uncensored Podcast may not necessarily be the views and opinions of our sponsors or guests.